Hey guys, Greg here, Bone Tactical. We've got an unboxing today, but don't let the pickleball stuff and the gym clothes fool you. This is gonna be one of the most tactical unboxings that you've ever seen. Why is that, Greg? That's because skills trump gear every single time. Yes, skills are more important than gear, always. But how do we develop those skills? Through experience, learning, knowledge, wisdom, making bad decisions. That's how we learn, but we do need some gear along the way. So in this unboxing video, I'm gonna show you some gear that's not the top consideration because the body and the mind and the spirit are all interlinked. Skills are so important. So how can we integrate our gear into the pursuit of the development of skills? Well, the gym is very important. Working out, because you can't develop skills without a healthy body. And it doesn't necessarily have to be going to the gym, but you can't have a physically sedentary lifestyle and be prepared for anything. You can't be successful, truly successful with a physically sedentary lifestyle. So we need to have some kind of gear if we want to reach that pinnacle of preparedness. I'm going to talk a little bit about gym clothes here. Bare Bottom has sent me a bunch of gym clothes as well as Recess Pickleball from the same company, a pickleball racket. Let me really briefly just reiterate. There's going to be some really cool tactical stuff in this video too. Stay tuned to the end because I'm going to show you something all tactical guys consider, every prepper wants. And I'm also going to talk to you about something you need to know first. And you really should consider the connection between mind, body, and spirit. If I'm not healthy, if my body is not functioning properly, my mind will not work. Skills come from the brain. The muscle memory of going through skills when SHTF, when I'm in a situation where I need to perform at my peak, what we refer to as a skill set, when I need to be efficient and know what I'm doing when other people don't in order to be successful, that comes from experience, having done that before, having trained it, having learned it. You're here in the right place on this YouTube channel to learn. Then you have to put it into practice, right? You develop that skill set. I'm gonna talk you through a little bit of the gear, okay? So this is Bare Bottom. These are a pair of shorts here. I'll link all this stuff in the description below. These are the tech shorts, okay? 7-inch gray. XXL. All right. I really like this yoga style. I do yoga. I'm not into the whole mantras and all of that as much, being a Christian, that just stretching and putting your joints through the range of motion. As you get older, you'll begin to lose that ability. So a good pair of shorts like this that's stretchy, comfortable. From what I'm seeing, these look very well made. Okay, I love the material. It's that cotton yoga type material. That's why I mentioned yoga. Zippered pockets, so you're not going to lose your stuff. That's a plus there. I really like that. So the tech shorts, there we go. You don't have to go to the gym, guys. You just have to get out and do something. Okay, it can be any kind of physical activity, and that way your brain's functioning properly. Your blood is getting oxygen to your brain. Your blood is getting the amount of oxygen to your brain that you need to think properly, to make decisions. When you are in a stressful situation, the knowledge that you're learning here on the channel will help you, okay? And then you'll recall that, especially if you're putting it into practice on a regular basis, the decisions that you've made, the mindset, going through and envisioning success in your life, putting yourself in certain situations mentally before you actually enter them. So those decisions are made. Okay, already made decisions. You don't have to make split-second decisions because you already have that's your moral code. What am I gonna choose in this situation? What decision would I make in this situation? You already know. Okay, so when you're in a stressful situation, you keep pushing on because you already know who you are inside, right? If you guys aren't doing any kind of physical activity, I highly recommend it. The spiritual aspect is another part, and then the knowledge and the pursuit of learning, practice, and developing the skill set. You guys want to be great shooters. You want to be good at self-defense. You want to be protectors of your family. You want to be your own bodyguard. you have to have a physically active lifestyle. You've got to be running, doing something out there in order to in order to be a complete unit. This is the Power Tee. I really like the mix of the polycotton material. I'll have to let you know about the sizing. It looks maybe possibly a little short to be a 2XL, just looking at it right here. But again, I'll try it on and look how it looks and let you guys know who it would fit and how it would fit. This again is an XXL. The material looks nice. I like the way that it's put together and made. Everything looks good. I do like it's like a recycled polyester cotton blend, like a mesh, but with very, very fine holes so you can't really see the holes. I've got a pickleball racket here on the table. Now, you might laugh and say, oh, that's funny. Why would you have a pickleball racket? That's a interesting thing to have. Well, there's pickleball courts here in Florida springing up everywhere. It's becoming a popular pastime, and anybody watching this video can get a relatively affordable pickleball racket, a couple pickleballs, head down and play a pickup game a few times a week of pickleball at your local pickleball court because it's popular, right? Well, this is a pretty cool racket. It looks neat to me, and quality. I'm not going to be a pro pickleball player tomorrow, but guess what? What am I going to be able to work on with this recessed pickleball racket? Again, all links in description below, but I'll be able to work on stuff like agility, proprioception, mind-body awareness, being able to move in space, all right? A lot of these things are difficult even to do at shooting ranges now because it's hard to go find a shooting range where you can run and gun. So it's hard to find a martial arts studio that really goes hard sparring. These things are getting harder and harder to find, but you can compartmentalize a lot of these things. You may not be able to afford to go to a UFC gym. You may only be able to shoot an IDPA competition. You may not be able to actually learn to shoot from cover because there's nowhere you can do that. Or you may have to travel to do that, and you can only do it 3 times a year. Well, if you're doing that, you can compartmentalize. You can work the fundamentals of shooting. You can work your agility, your running and staying loose and hand-eye coordination with pickleball. And you can go airsoft, learning to shoot from cover. There's so many options out there, guys, but what's important is that we're sharpening the knife, okay? We're sharpening the knife. We're staying sharp. Moving right along on this unboxing, we have Run Short V2 Asphalt. I really like the color of these. Very cool, it's called asphalt, but it's got, the gray and the black, just not a solid color. I do really like these patterns. If you're gonna be doing any outdoor stuff, biking, I'm about to ride my bike to the gym. It's 4 a.m. right now. I'm getting this video done and riding my bike to the gym. It has a little strip on here. So I have lights on my bike because it's dark where I'm at right now at 4 a.m. and that helps if you're going to be working out outside or doing some running. These are also, they look like they'd be a great crossover, like a bathing suit / gym short wear, moisture wicking material. They look really nice. I do like these. Again, the zippered back pocket, so you can put something in your back pocket you don't want to fall out. Super cool. They've got socks and underwear as well. The socks look pretty high quality. Can already tell that by looking at them. I picked this stuff off their website when I was talking to them. I like how the socks have this different material in the middle, so it kind of holds it in place once you get it on your foot where you want it. The top is going to be more moisture wicking and the bottom more padding. It's got this little cuff here, so if you're wearing a low top shoe, this will protect against it getting blisters on the back of your foot. I was super excited to get these socks. I like the color. I like how it's all black up top because it's classy and doesn't take away from your outfit. I wear a lot of dark colors. I just feel like the dark colors are more efficient and I don't have to be bleaching clothes and stuff like that. These orange underwear are interesting. They were pretty much the only ones they had in stock. So I'll say 2 things about that. One thing that came to mind when I saw that all they had was orange was, oh my goodness, hold on a second. That's actually pretty cool because survival situation, you kind of always want to have some kind of a signal device. Now this is pretty far out there, right? But if I needed, if I got stranded or something, it wouldn't be a big deal for me to take my pants off, take my underwear off, put my pants back on, go commando, and fly this flag somewhere if somebody's trying to find me or if I'm trying to signal somebody. That's just random thought, because it would allow me to have something orange, and then I don't have to have a signal, any device in my bag if I'm going camping or something like that. It also doesn't take away from camouflage, because when are my underwear going to be a top layer? They're never going to be a top layer. So I can still have camo and still have this on, right? So just a cool thought. The biggest thing about this particular material, which I'll give you the technical specs on it, 47% nylon, 45% polyester, 8% spandex. But the biggest thing about these is if you guys are ever doing any real hardcore training. Now, if you're just going to the gym, you can wear normal underwear. But if you're really getting hardcore, it's important that you have some underwear like this. When I used to kickbox and was training MMA, didn't matter if I was cross-training Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu or if I was training at my fight gym, we would close the doors a lot of the times and get up to 100 and well over 100 degrees down in South Florida, and it would be a sweat box. We would just sweat it out, and it was mental toughness training. We were doing all kinds of crazy cardio, jumping around, sparring, and just sweating and sweating and sweating. Stuff like this is so much more important when you're sweating a lot or where you're really getting hardcore, because that moisture wicking is just clutch. It doesn't get all nasty. It doesn't hold water. It doesn't get saggy and start falling or pull, or your pant. A heavy cotton underwear will want to fall off. They'll get heavy, and then these, the sweat just pours right through, runs right down your legs, whatever. Not many people are going to train to that extreme. But some guys might just sweat a lot, and a pair of underwear like this, if you really, now we're talking gear for preparedness, gear for a lifestyle of preparedness, training gear that you can use, integrating gear into your lifestyle. This stuff is called bare bottom clothing. I love that they are feeding kids in India. That's probably the biggest thing that I like about their company, is that they're helping out. Their clothes are made in India, and then they're doing like a meal program where they're giving meals for one meal for each item, I believe is what it is, to underprivileged kids, which is the same thing we do with our business. We're building schools, we're building churches, working with the local church, feeding the elderly and feeding children. We do a lot more than one meal for one item with Bone Tactical, but my stuff's, I guess, is a little more expensive, and it's basically what I dedicate my life to, is the service of others. So a little bit different, but I do love that about them. Let's switch gears, and all the preppers want this. Now let's talk about it. The moment you've all been waiting for, hardcore tactical stuff. Plate carrier and rifle plates. Now, this is from RTS Tactical. Again, everything will be linked in the description below. This is gonna probably be my recommendation for, generally speaking, what's gonna be relatively affordable. I think this is like a $700 kit. Relatively affordable, good body armor system. Now, this is quality. I've worked with RTS Tactical in the past. This is gonna be, it's just kinda heavy, but it's not super heavy. And it has great protection. It is level 4, okay? It's a ceramic plate, so it's not heavy like a steel plate would be. It's a little heavy, but it's got all the features I look for. It's pretty thick, okay? Very thick. And this is gonna be as inexpensive as I would go. I don't think there's anything else out there that's gonna be less than $1,000 that's gonna be something I could recommend. I like the multicam color for a lot of reasons, and if you guys want me to get into talking about plate carriers for civilians in a future video, specifically for preppers, for people maybe wanting emergency preparedness, end times, disaster preparedness, survival, social unrest, all that kind of stuff, zombie apocalypse, comment below and let me know that. I have a ton of videos here on the channel, 2 or 3 full videos on all about everything you need to know about plate carriers and body armor, so check those out if you want to see those specifically. But let's move right along and see what other kind of gear we have. Again, comment below if you want me to do a video specifically on how to choose and how to use a plate carrier for the end of the world scenario. being an American, let me know about that and I'll get it done for you. We've got a couple Wuben flashlights, but the box says this is not a flashlight. This is the Wuben ECL. Okay, so we'll talk about those in a second. I'm just gonna pull those out of the box and keep showing you. Actually, I'm gonna save those for the end of the video. Pull those out of the box and keep showing you what other stuff I have here. And then we'll finish out, the video completely. I've got one more thing that's tactical and pretty simple, easy to show. So I'll show that. This is a KalKal 32 42-inch double rifle case, okay? So we've got a rifle case here. Let's check it out and see if it's any good. I have no idea anything about this, so we'll see what it looks like. Okay, this is cool. It's a square. It's looks kind of semi-short, but it's got, so a 32 I guess would be here, and then a 42 at the longer one. Backpack straps built into here, it looks like. Let me confirm that. Yep, that's nice to have. Material looks good. There's not a whole lot of padding, but there is some padding. Let me check that out. Okay, so there is a little bit of padding. And yeah, looks good. Looks like a nice bag. This is KalKal, and I will link the description below, kalkal-online.com or kalkal-online.com. And that's that stuff. So let's actually actually unbox these little not flashlights. I find that very interesting that it says this is not a flashlight. This is the Wuben ECL. So let's see what they're calling the difference between why this is not a flashlight. Okay, you're gonna have to act like I'm from Missouri and show me, because I have no idea I didn't even know this was coming in. A lot of this stuff I don't even know is gonna be coming in, so we'll have to see what the heck makes this Wuben ECL not a flashlight. Okay, so it definitely has some color modes. Ooh, it looks like there's even an ultraviolet mode, or like a blue light mode. There's a signal mode, Christmas mode. All right, well, I'm not gonna lie. To me, this thing seems pretty gimmicky, and I'm not exactly sure what it's for. Again, I didn't even know they were sending me this, so it just came today when I was making the video and surprised me with it. This little one here is the G5 Easy Carry Light. This bigger one here is the X2 Pro multifunction Easy Carry Light. I do already like this bigger one better. The little one is just kind of, I mean, it's cool, it's interesting, but I don't think it's something that I would carry every day. This bigger one, I can already see that it has the side light, work light, which is, it's cool that you can set it on its side and have this, this light that's adjustable right here on the side. And then it also has like a normal kind of flashlight type thing on top there. So I do find that to be interesting. It looks relatively well made. It's bright. I mean, it's definitely a cool factor thing. It has a lot of features on it. Signal, we were talking about signaling with the orange underpants. So if you want to be having something that can, do signaling, this is obviously something like that. A lot of different functions and modes, and it's a, relatively bright flashlight in its own regard. So it's got a lock mode, so it doesn't cut on, pocket clip. I like the bigger one a little bit better. The little one's cool too. I guess, the fact that it's more adjustable. But those are your Wuben flashlights, and that's your unboxing video for today. Thanks for watching. Bone out.